The IPL auction is coming up soon, and this is who I think each team should retain, with the rule being that 6 players can be retained, max of 5 being capped, and 1 uncapped Indian or overseas player. Also, if an Indian has not been in the starting 11 for more than 5 years, and they are considered uncapped. This only applies to 6 players: MS Dhoni, Sandeep Sharma, Mohit Sharma, Amit Mishra, Piyush Chawla, and Mike McCarthy, if I'm not wrong. And as a Dhoni fanboy, I think he should retire, but that's a completely different discussion. RTM is also available for 1 slot, but if a team who outbids another team who wants to RTM that player, they get another RTM card. So for example, Virat Kohli goes into the auction, CSK outbids RCB uses their RTM card on Kohli, CSK gets another RTM card. I will talk about RTM lists, but those won't be as accurate, or it's all my opinion, but I also want to make it somewhat accurate. Also, these lists are in no order. It's the franchise's choice for who they want in each slot. KKR. They should probably start out with retaining Sunil Narayan, player of the series. Rinku Singh, someone who I think they should retain even if he didn't have a good IPL last year. Also, seeing how he's bowled in the death versus Sri Lanka in the T20 series gives him a lot more reason to be retained by the Knight Riders. Every team in the auction will probably target Rinku Singh, seeing as most teams want a strong middle order batter who can finish well. Like MI, RCB, RCB kind of, but MI, LSG, SRH, not a lot of teams have had a player like that. Next is arguably the greatest T20 finisher, Andre Russell. Being the T20 player that he is, he will definitely give the KKR middle order a huge impact. Russell also had an average of just 15 with the ball last IPL, taking 19 wickets. Fair to say that he should be retained. Next, I would definitely choose to retain Harshit Rana. He's good on Indian pitches, got 19 wickets last year, and had a wonderful performance. Definitely one of the best players for KKR and a future prospect for India as well. And now that he's uncapped, thanks Scouthy and KKR Kota for making me rewrite this entire script. He's cheaper to be retained. Varun Chakravarti would be next. Sunil Narayan spin twin. He took 21 wickets last year at an average of 19. He also might help out with the middle phases that KKR struggled with a bit last year. And last but definitely not the least, Ramandeep Singh as our uncapped player. Singh was a great finisher for KKR last year. Russell nor Rinku were in their regular form, and he finished for them instead, scoring 125 runs at a strike rate of 202, averaging 31. Safe to say that he could be a valuable asset for KKR in future IPL seasons. There are a few more I want to talk about, like Vaibhav Arora and Shreyas Iyer. I don't see them fitting well in any other slot. You could switch out Chakravarti for Iyer, but Iyer's batting stats aren't justifiable, even though he's the captain. Mitch Stark is a big one that I don't know if they should retain. On one hand, he's a terrific player in general and did well last year in the knockouts, but he's also been really bad lately and might be finished in T20s or white ball in general. And also, I'm going off script here. Angukrish Raghuvanshi, he's a good player, but I don't know if KKR want to retain him as much as they will RTM him. They could go for switching out Ramandeep Singh for Angukrish, which I see it, but I'm not sure. I would say he's kind of like Shubman Gill in batting. He's similar style, I'd say. On to the Sunrisers. First retention, Travis Head. Don't need much reasoning for this one. Abhishek Sharma, also in the form of his life. Basically another Travis Head, who doesn't take up an overseas slot. Nitish Kumar Reddy, a future prospect for both India and SRH. Handy with the ball at times and can bat in the middle with class in. They have to get him more opportunities with the ball to let him really shine, though. Pat Cummins is next. Retaining the captain, nothing else to say. Also, I'm pretty sure some of these are confirmed. Nitish, Abhishek, and Travis Head are confirmed, and so is Cummins. Nothing else to say. Took 2 hat-tricks in a row in the T20 World Cup, I guess. So, pretty solid bowler. Abdul Samad, SRH's uncapped player. He's been a regular in the squad for the past 3 to 4 years, and he's been finishing well for them and can be used as a strike bowler like Riyan Parag was versus Sri Lanka. Arguably the greatest T20 batter right now, Heinrich Klaassen takes care of the middle overs that SRH would want strengthened, considering how unpredictable their top order can be. Also, the greatest player of spin currently. I didn't include Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Tangasari Natarajan here. These guys are very good bowlers, but they're not as effective as they once were. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is not as effective as I said. He's lowering down in speed. I guess his line and swing is still good, but that's basically it. I would definitely RTM him. But if they're releasing him, CSK, you've got a second fiddle to Patirana, or you've got a good power play bowler right there. So Deepak Chahar, please stop retaining Deepak Chahar, CSK. But Natarajan over anyone else on this list. Like NKR maybe, but he's a good young prospect, and Natu is like 33 years old now. I don't know how long he'll play. I would rather retain a younger player over a much older player. Sure, I wouldn't care if Natarajan was uncapped, but he isn't. I would retain him over NKR if NKR was like 28, 27 years old, but NKR is like 20, 21. Yeah, that should be right. RTM between Bhuvi and Natu. If they get like a second RTM card, I would definitely use it on like Natu. Okay, for the Rajasthan Royals, lots of positive this season, but not as many as they would like to have. They need to work on their lower middle order a lot more, like number 6 through 8. And I would recommend keeping the top order the same. Sanju Samson, the captain, and the highest run scorer for them last year, or second highest run scorer, scoring 531 runs in 15 innings at an average of 48. Amazing stats. And he's a good keeper too. Recently scored a century versus Bangladesh as well. I think he's pretty at the top of the list. Debuted for India. Didn't score many runs, but bowled as a strike bowler and got multiple wickets. I'm talking about Riyan Parag. On Indian turners, he could do a lot of damage. Not to mention, he scored 573 runs in 14 innings at an average of 52. That is sensational. Probably the first retention after Samson. And he can play quick cameos in the middle. Like that 37 off 17, was it? Yeah, I think so. Versus Bangladesh, which is kind of what R have been missing since Watson and Smith. Yashasvi Jaiswal, what can you say? He's been in great form lately, even bringing some T20 elements into the test game. He's a class player, did do extremely well for RR last season, but backing him is pretty important, I would say. With the new reintroduced rule, Sandeep Sharma is now an uncapped player and a versatile bowler who can bowl the power play, the middle, and the death. He gets good swing and is good against quality batters like Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and Shubman Gill. Butler. Probably the lesser one out of all of these guys, but they should retain him nonetheless. He's not been in the best form ever since his peak in 2022, and he's also coming off an injury, so it might take time to get back into it. But remember, form is temporary, class is permanent. However, they could use this spot for Trent Bolt and Avesh Khan as well, which was kind of their strength. Avesh Khan was really good last year, surprisingly. Yuzi Chahal or Ravi Ashwin will be used as their RTM. Most teams already have a designated spinner, so I wouldn't count on them being too hard to buy back on RTM. Speaking about Yuzi Chahal, we should probably go to the Royal Challengers Bengaluru, my second favorite team. But I really like destroying their fans because I'm a CSK fan. There are quite a few positives RCB will take this year. Their batting order, and quite a few negatives as well. Their bowling order. Their middle over batting is insane. Virat Kohli, Rajat Patidar, Faf du Plessis. I don't know if he's playing this year as well. I'm pretty sure he's playing though. And honestly, with their pace bowling, with a few tweaks, could be pretty good. Target mainly finishers and all-rounders, and definitely spinners. Definitely spinners. Like Ravi Ashwin, he's coming into the auction. Definitely. Target Ravi Ashwin, please. The first one, Virat Kohli. No reasoning. Yash Dayal, left arm pacer, performed exceptionally well in all pressure situations he was put in. He didn't have very good stats, but I think he was pretty solid last year. He's also an uncapped player, meaning that RCB can retain him for less. And with a little more work put in, Yash could probably be one of the best bowlers for RCB, if not for India. Rajat Patidar, the middle order batter and a great player of spin. Amazing batting last year. And you know what? I'm just kind of realizing that Shiv Dubey and Rajat Patidar are the exact same. And when Dubey's form fell off, that's when Patidar actually started getting into form. I would say he's definitely at the top of the list for retention. Mohammad Siraj is arguably the greatest Indian pacer that has played for RCB, other than Virat Kohli. And releasing him is stupid, considering that most teams need someone to play second fiddle to a main pacer. What? MI needs Bumrah, someone to play second fiddle to Bumrah, and CSK needs someone to play second fiddle to Patirana. What else? R don't need any. SRH, they have Pat Cummins but no other pace bowler. And then KKR? Yeah, KKR. Yeah, KKR, yeah. Maybe, depends. Lots of teams need a main pacer or a second fiddle to a pacer. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of space for Mohamed Siraj to go to a different team. But he's probably not, because RCB should retain him. And if they don't, I'm probably going to be really bad, man. He's a really good player. I think he's really solid. He wasn't that good last year, but pretty solid. Will Jacks didn't have like that good of a season, but it wasn't like that bad either, considering that he started playing like right in the middle. Jacks definitely gives the RCB middle order a terrific boost. And with a lot of teams looking for a middle order batter, Jacks might be hard to get with an RTM card. Another player who could go here is Cam Green. Pretty similar players in playing style, but I feel like Jack has the advantage of being a spinner, which is something that RCB needs. Like, they haven't had a proper spinner since Chahal. Like, they need a spinner. Like, PBKS is probably releasing a few spinners. RCB, you need a spinner. Don't go with just pacers. I also think that, like, Will Jacks or Cam Green, they could be used as RTM cards. But I'm getting to that, like, right now. If you're wondering why Lucky or nor Maxi nor Akash are here, Lucky can be used for an RTM card. Maxi is somewhat finished. Probably CSK are going to go for him. Does he have a daughter? If he does have a daughter, CSK are definitely going to go for him. Please, CSK, do not go for Maxwell. Please, 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 please. He's also really inconsistent, so yeah. Akash is a test bowler, nor did he play many matches last year. Wild card retention or RTM card. Swapnil Singh helped RCB a lot last year with like the ball. He's a good spinner. Could be retained. Might be RTM'd. He's like their good luck charm, I would say. That's when they started winning all of the matches. Cam Green is more likely to go over here than the others, though. Can't think of a segue for the next team. So, CSK. CSK have to work on their form outside of home. Like, let's be honest. Please perform outside of home, guys. They also need to provide regular breakthroughs with the middle overs, which their spinners are not doing. Like, Deekshana, what are you doing, man? You're not even spinning the ball very much. You're in J-Pong. You kind of want to spin the ball a bit. And they have to get a leg spinner. Come on, like, how did they go this long without a leg spinner? They were able to do this at the start of the season, but then Patirana got injured, Jahar got injured, Mustafizur on national duty. They had no bowling attack other than like Jadeja, Deekshana, and just Jadeja, Deekshana. And they need someone who can play all the matches for them. Patirana was able to do that in like 2022, I believe. Was it 2022 and 2023? Yeah. He was able to do that. Their batting is pretty solid. Not many changes needed there. I would definitely say get the confidence up for most of the players. Like Dubé definitely needs his confidence up. Devin Conway, I think he's back now. And then Rachan Ravindra, I don't know about like these two. I will talk about them. But as a CSK supporter, they have to stop sending in Jadeja at 4. Please just stop sending in Jadeja at 4. Even Dhoni could be better at 4 than Jadeja. A 43-year-old Dhoni. Please stop trying to change the batting order. It never, ever, ever works. Send an actual number 4 at 4 and an actual number 5 at 5. Change it up only if it gets like really, really bad. Just send all of them in this like same order. Okay. Also, here I have to be kind of impartial. Because, like, 1, CSK is my favorite team. I said this, like, 5 times in this video. I gotta stop repeating stuff. And 2, MS Dhoni is one of my favorite players. But I do not think that CSK should retain Dhoni. But obviously they will. Because BCCI literally just brought back a rule so that Dhoni can be retained. Just let him rest, though. But he also struck at 220 last IPL season. Which is more than Maxwell. Considering that Maxwell is finished. Didn't play much, but he still did like kind of well. So I don't know if he's like completely and utterly finished. Ruturaj Gaikwad, no reasoning needed. He's the captain, second most runs last year, and averaged 53. Also, I think this dude is like literally the reincarnation of Kohli. He has the exact same luck as Kohli, and he's also the similar T20 player. I mean, maybe if he gets his test game up, he could be exactly like Kohli, but I don't want to say that, man. I'm going to be under heat for that one. For most of these players, no explanation is needed because their bowling attack was really, really bad. Mathisha Patirana is their best bowler, and hopefully they don't release him. And if they don't, I will definitely start supporting RCB instead. annoying as hell if Patirana leaves in both the actual season or if CSK releases him themselves. Not even RTM, just give him to us by retaining him. Even 18 crores is fine by me. That's how much we need him. He have like 30 crores. I do not care. Just get him back. Spin basher Shivam Dubé. Good form last year until he lost confidence when he got out to Rahul Chahar. He's a good player though, needs support, can also provide 2 overs with the ball and is pretty handy with it too. Another player that can go here is Mustafizur Rahman, but I prefer Dubé over him. Rachan Ravindra, also another player who can go here. His new approach to the game is great, and I love it, and he scored a century. Devin Conway also, Jadeja also can go here. There's like a lot of options for this last slot. And my opinion very much matters here, because these are my guys. Shivam Dubé is mine. I didn't put Jadeja on here because I don't think many teams need another spinner other than RCB. And RCB, this is your side. This is your side, RCB. If you're going for the spinners, and Jadeja is in the auction, and get Jadeja. Another one who can be here, Rachan Ravindra. He can play at the opening slot, number 3 or number 4. CSK can get more openers easily though, or top order players in general. Seeing like how there's a lot in India, and a lot coming into the auction, like Shea Hope, Manish Pandey, Devdutt Padikkal, Nehal Madera, Uday Saharan, not confirmed but likely to be there, Mike Garwal, maybe even Safraz Khan. I mean, he can play the top order, etc., etc. But another player I want to talk about is Simarjeet Singh. He's an uncapped player, and he's also another reason for why I want Dhoni to retire. Because like we could get him as an uncapped player in. He's a really good bowler. He had a good debut. CSK makes legends, as we know, with Ashwin. He also looks like he has great potential, bowling at 140 clicks. Also a net bowler for the Indian side during the 2021 Sri Lankan series. So he's a good potential pace bowler for India. And I would rather CSK retain Simarjeet over Dhoni, but the new rule was clearly against that.